Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all doing very well wherever you're watching from. In today's video, we're going to be doing a spring 2026 starter pack. These are just some things that I've had on my mind lately as we head into the warmer months ahead. They're not just fashion items, but also things for your daily life. So I really hope you enjoy and let's get into it. Okay, so does anyone else wear sunscreen all year round? This is how serious I am about my SPF. I wear SPF in the winter as well as in the summer and in the spring and in the fall. Whatever season it is, I always have sunscreen on. Even if you can't see the sun, those rays still go through, and it's still very important to protect your skin at all times. I really feel like wearing sunscreen all year round is something that is small but can make a huge difference to your skincare. So I wanted to drop some of my favorite sunscreens that I love to wear year round. If you're interested in any of these pieces, I always link them down in my bio in my shopmy, so you can check them out and find them super easily. The first one that I have is the Beauty of Joseon Day Dew sunscreen. I think this sunscreen is quite well known, but if you don't know about the sunscreen, I would highly recommend. This one is very light. It doesn't leave a residue or have a greasy effect. It reminds me of if you've ever tried the Chanel water cream moisturizer. If anyone's ever tried that, it's very similar in texture to this. I have combination skin, so I really like a sunscreen that is not going to clog and sit too heavily on my face. The second sunscreen that I wanted to recommend is the Isden Photo Protector Gel Sport SPF 50. It's more of an active, sporty type of SPF. It's not just great for active people and people who play sports, but it's also great for just a nice daily moisturizer. This one is also very liquidy and it's very easy to get off at night. Here's to protecting our skin year round, but especially in the spring and summertime. A good spring bag should be a bag that is light, easy, it's very useful, and it should be a bag that's less rigid than your winter bag. And these are some of the styles that I really like right now. The first one is the hobo bag, mainly because of the style. It has a lot of history. It's a bag that's rooted in workwear, and the particular style that I really like is the Gani hobo bag. It just has a very fun, playful energy. It's also a unisex bag. It can go crossbody, which I love. I also really like this APC tote. It can also go crossbody or on the shoulder, or you could just wear it, hold it in your hand. A tote bag is essential for spring. You know those days where you just want to go to, you're not doing anything super crazy, you're just going to the park, or you're reading a book, or you're chilling at a cafe, or you're going to the cinema, or just quick groceries, whatever it may be. You just want to throw on a quick tote bag and go out the door and not think too much about your bag. Another really essential item for the spring starter pack is an ipod. It's just perfect for those days where you're more offline and you want the music to be the main focus. I feel like when I'm streaming my music, I'm streaming it because I want it in the background while I'm doing something. But if it's a situation where I want the music to be the main focus of what I'm doing, then I would opt for my iPod in this case. Having an algorithm or a company or whatever it may be recommend you music all the time, and having that be the norm, I feel like it limits or inhibits your discoverability of new music. Yes, you may be getting more recommendations of music that is similar to what you would typically listen to or adjacent to that, but the practice of doing an analog archive, like sitting down there and organizing your playlists and uploading your music to your iPod intentionally, it creates a little bit more of an intimate experience in your music listening ecosystem. When I was a kid, I spent a ton of time downloading music and organizing my music, organizing playlists. I used to add album covers. Did anyone else do that? I used to add album covers and edit all the metadata and the titles and everything. Yeah, I was very very particular with my music. It's just great for no distractions, no notifications coming in on your phone. It's more of a meditative experience. I do want to talk about spring footwear because footwear in warmer climates for me is super important. As someone who loves footwear so much, there's a few different options that I feel like everyone should have in their wardrobe. I'm going to talk about a few options here. The first one being the slingback heel. This one, in my opinion, for the girls is an essential shoe option to have because it gives you that versatility. Maybe if you're leaving the office and you have drinks after, it's the perfect heel. A slingback can be dressed up, can be dressed down. It's perfect with a midi dress. It's perfect with a maxi dress. A slingback heel is the shoe of shoes, really. It's the shoe of shoes. The second one is a mule. Mules in spring are fantastic for the ladies and the gents. The mule, it's just a little bit more of that sporty style of shoe. You can find a lot of really interesting shapes depending on where you look and what your taste and what your style is in mules. I think it makes an outfit look less formal and more fun. So mules are definitely a great option to consider for spring footwear if you don't have a pair of mules already, or if you do, go in the closet and dust them off and get them ready for spring. Okay, get them ready. Fisherman sandals are timeless and they work in pretty much any era. They're also the perfect transitional season shoe. It's also a great option for people who don't want to have their toes out. I do like fisherman sandals that are more thin and sleek and sharp, but this is just personal preference. If the chunkier style is more your vibe, definitely go for a chunkier version. I also want to talk about leather trainers, the flat sneaker trend. It's a trend that it has been coming in a lot since 2024, 2025. And I think it's going to really continue in 2026. It's very retro, very 70s. The 70s are very much in right now. If you're someone that likes a plimsoll, then I think a leather shoe is a great option. Something that I'm seeing a lot in fashion with the bowling bag, and I think the bowling shoe is all a nod to the 70s, which we're referencing a lot right now in different areas of culture. I want to talk about sport coats for a second. We know in spring, it can be great during the day and very nice and very warm, but the weather tends to drop very quickly in the evening. A sport coat is great because you can just throw it on. A sport coat is going to have that tailoring there to make it more formal, and it's something that can be worn in different scenarios and on different occasions. These sport coats will come in breathable fabrics. You might find it in a nylon cotton blend, which is a very versatile fabric typically used in sportswear or activewear. There's so much that you can do with an outfit if you have the right pair of glasses. I really tend to gravitate towards cycling or running glasses in the spring, mainly because these cycling glasses are very light. Yeah, comfort is just, I guess, the number one priority. I mean, sometimes, of course, you know, it's not, you're not going to be comfortable all the time, especially for those outfits that lean towards the glamorous side. Of course, you know, fashion can be painful too. It's not always comfortable. I honestly believe that if you have the right shoes and you have good music, you have the right bag, you're protected from the sun, you've got a nice jacket and you've got a nice pair of sunglasses, you're kind of set with those essentials. You're ready to go. But if there is anything that I missed that you guys have on your list, like your spring must-haves, let me know what it is. Drop it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.